good evening. This is Billy Earl, and tonight's guest is local musician phenom Lauren Glick, so just stay tuned. We'd like to thank our underwriters, Furnace Town Incorporated, Music in Paradise, Veterans List Incorporated, connecting veteran-owned businesses with everyone, U.S. Kennels, Inc., saving vets one paw at a time, the Pemberton Coffee House, great coffee, food, friendship, and music, Mike Pullen for Congress, Pullen for .us, Kirkland Hall for Delegate, 38A, a man for everybody, Pac 14, home of extraordinary local TV, Clark and Steinhorn, attorneys, amazing attorneys. Watch this and listen to all this on the very best music on YouTube at any time and on any device, because a life without live music just ain't hardly worth it.
Special work with like Reba McEntire and all these famous people. So it was very, very much a blessing. The good news is at that time, this guy had come down to the beach. He's a surfer, was friends with my ex-husband, and it all kind of came together that way. He wanted to bring me there for my birthday and kind of do this 4-song demo.
Perfect.
So, years later, 10 years later, I'm thinking, I never put that CD out. I never put those 4 songs out. I've got to put them on the CD. And the interesting thing is they all mesh together really well. It's interesting because 4 of the songs will be with a full band, and some of them will just be, just guitar, maybe vocals, maybe a little piano, and it all just works really well together.
I like when an album is mixed that way, so
right.
that it doesn't have pretty much the same sound. Well, it sounds like you were very fortunate, because you know how hard it is to find any good musicians in Nashville.
Oh,
very
right.
tough.
Yeah.
Well, tell me what you're doing these days.
I am playing with another gentleman named Dave Tarlecki, and we play mostly as a duo. I also have a full band, the Lauren Glick Band, and most of those gigs are in the summer because you know how it is in the summer, more band-oriented venues. But and we're just playing all around pretty much the Ocean City area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place? Okay, now let's listen to Fine Wine, words and music by Lauren Glick.
Never meant to hurt you, I never meant to lie. Those days are over. I never meant to miss you, I've often wondered why. Those days are over. And when you look into his eyes, see what you can see. It's never over. And when your dreams become your pride, real as they can be, it's never over. Fine wine, pick up lights, gets old after the wine dies. Fine wine and pick up lights, gets old before the daylight shines. Never understood you between the bottom lines. Those days are over. I never did observe how you gave up many times. Those days are over. And when you look into his eyes, see what you can see. It's never over. And when your dreams become your pride, the real as they can be, it's never over. Oh, fine wine and pick up lights, gets old after the wine dies. Fine wine and pick up lights, gets old before the daylight shines. We're talking 1 and 1 makes 3, and you and me make 4. By the time I give up on you, they'll come up with a cure. I don't need dime breaks, bird who sings. I want a man who doesn't bring. Hold after the wine dies. Fine wine, pick up light skates. Go before the daylight. Fine wine and pick up light skates. Hold after the wine dies. Fine wine and pick up light skates. Go before the daylight shines.
Oh gosh, this is not good. I love every place we play. I love the OC Fish Company. We're going to be there on New Year's. I love everywhere we play. I don't know. There's a new place called Dry Dock 28 that we're starting to play at. Also, Beach Barrels is a new one for us. I like everywhere. I really do. I love all the places we play.
Well, we're just going to give a little bit of mad props to the OC Fish Company. When I moved here in 2012 to reunite with my 7th grade girlfriend after 40 years, meeting her on Facebook, that was the very first place we went for the best crab cake in Ocean City.
It really is.
They're still standing tall. They still have that honor.
Every time I go, that's what I order before we start playing, I have to say.
Are you writing now for maybe another effort?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm still writing, and the CD's out, and I'm always like, oh, man, I wish that song was on the CD. But now, yes, Dave and I are supposed to put out another CD within the next year or two. So,
who influences you?
As far as music, well, Tori Amos, who you might not have ever heard of.
She's a relative.
One of my biggest influences. Kate Bush, Till Tuesday. I mean, Janis Joplin, just because of her, singing from the soul. Everybody tries to say I'm like Janis Joplin. My voice isn't really like hers, but I do sing from the heart and the soul. So I love Janis Joplin. I like Alicia Keys. I like a lot of different bands. I also like Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, they did some beautiful acoustic work. No, Tori Amos and her family, the lineage of her people are in Hartford County.
Oh, they are.
In the late early 1700s. My people first came here in 1607. And her dad, strangely enough, was not Methodist, Presbyterian minister down in White Oak, Maryland. So I've been to that church and I've heard him preach as a young person.
Oh,
now at that time I didn't know that we were tangentially related, but it is what it is.
And I love Heart. I got to mention Heart because Heart's one of my favorite too.
Well, yeah, that ton of talent in that band. Not only from the writing, but the playing, the vocals, just. Who do you listen to today around here, a local act? Do you have anybody here that especially blows your hair back?
Let's see. I like a lot of the acts. I don't.
Well, let me say this about that. We're going to be tangentially involved as much as we can in the National Folk Festival.
Okay.
And with the help of Carolyn O'Hare and Mayor Jake, I'm hoping that we'll be involved in choosing local artists that are going to be involved with it, and certainly you're going to be at the very top of the list. Yeah. But we're looking at, a lot of different people, or will be looking at a lot of people, some of whom are as well known as you, but some of whom are not.
Right.
Because there's kind of a broad swath of people around here who play music, who write music, who record music, all different facets of it. And it would be great to have a diversity of style that would be represented at the Folk Festival. And again, I know we push this every week on the show, but this is going to be huge, people. This is the National Folk Festival. This is 6 distinct stages around the city of Salisbury, or the Berry as we call it. It's going to be big. You're going to see acts from all over the world. Don't be fooled by the word folk, because that really doesn't get its arms around the scope of what you're going to be hearing. Next tune we're going to listen to is Days on My Own, words and music by Lauren Glick.
Vivid pictures of you in my dreams. I know it doesn't seem important to me, so I asked you during my dreams if I was queen on my own. Now I'm waiting for an answer. Can you tell me every single day why I'm alone here with no answer? Can you help me from the sky? Oh, please, please, please tell me what to do. These days on my own. Please, please, please tell me what to do. These days on my own. Should I leave now? Should I love me? In that order, give me words from the wise. Am I seeing things I've hated? I'm dependent on compromise. Oh, please, please, please tell me what to do. These days on my own. Please, please, please tell me what to do. These days on my own. And why can't I open my mind and tell you what I really think about you? And why can't I follow your arts and listen to the waves without you? Days on my own. Days on my own. Please, please, please tell me what to do. These days on my own. Please, please, please tell me
And certainly having 200,000 people here for a 3-day concert is going to be massive.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be
Very
just
excited.
massive. And hopefully what it'll do is it'll change the face of Salisbury, which doesn't necessarily have a reputation as a live music venue. But we're hoping to change that.
That's awesome.
Well, tell me what's going on in the future for you all. So you've got an album coming up.
Yeah, I'd like to do a CD with my partner, Dave. Yes, absolutely.
Dave, wonderful guitar player.
Oh, yes,
Wonderful
he is.
guitar player. We had such a good time listening to him. How can people get a hold of you? Where can they go to find where you're going to appear next?
My website is a great way at laurensings.com.
Okay.
It's simple as that. Or Facebook is always a great way to connect with me. Lauren Glick, that's a great way to do it. We usually put up the night before or that day where we're going to be performing. Yeah, that's pretty much how you can get in touch with me.
Okay, this is a cut here. Let's go to another question, and just interesting things that have happened to you in your musical career. Something that happened in Las Vegas or here or something.
Okay.
And if it's funny, that's even better.
Okay, let me think. We are cutting, right?
We are.
Jeez, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. Well, the Nashville experience was pretty cool, but I already mentioned that, so we don't need to re-mention that, right?
Well, we didn't talk too much actually about the details of it. How long were you there?
We were there about a week.
Read Between the Lines is next. Words and Music by Mike Armstrong.
Read between the lines of my heart, you would know if you could only understand what I've struggled to say. I could show that you mean the world to me, baby. Can't you see that I'm paralyzed by the look in your eyes? If you could only hear my words through the noise in your life, I could show that I'm still the same old flame that you met such a long time ago. Then we could find that silent place and come face to face, only two of us all alone with our love. Then you mean the world to me, baby. Can't you see that I'm paralyzed by the look in your eyes? If you could only read between the lines of my heart, you would know. If you could only understand what I've struggled to say, I could show that you mean the world to me, baby. Can't you see that I'm paralyzed by the look in your eyes?
Week.
Okay.
And we recorded for about 3 or 4 days. We were kind of thrown into a studio. It was the neatest thing I ever saw. I think at that time, 10 years ago, I brought a little cassette tape, if I'm not mistaken. I played it for them, the song. They literally got around. They looked like a bunch of doctors talking about some kind of health approach. And they went in the room and they just played the song like it was crazy. And
Yeah.
Chris Farron arranged all the stuff. And he's just, like I said, he's incredible. It was a neat experience. That was one of the most awesome experiences I've had musically.
Which studio were you in?
It was called Combustion Music.
Okay. We had a young singer here the other day who's done some work with Larry Beard. Larry was very kind to me one Saturday afternoon when he took about an hour and 15 minutes to review a song that I'd written and give me advice on why it wasn't arranged properly and why it should be arranged in this way. I thought it was very kind of him to have done that. Nick of Time. Words and music by Lauren Glick and arrangement by Mike Armstrong.
Realize in the nick of time you're not there? And why do I spend my time crying in the nick of time when you don't care? It's such a powerful moment. My head is open, but my heart is closing soon. It's just the little things that keep it open while you set your piece for glue. Why do I realize in the nick of time you're not there? And why do I spend my time lying in the nick of time unaware? It's such a powerful moment. My head is open, but my heart is closing soon. Yeah, it's just the little things that keep it open while you set your piece for glue. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time, you're not there. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time, but you don't care. Such a powerful moment. My head is open, but my heart is closing soon. Oh, it's just the little things. Keep it open while you sold your piece for glue. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time. You're not there. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time, but you don't care. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time, you're not there. Tonight I'm coming home in the nick of time, in the nick of time, but you don't care. Nick of time. You don't care in the nick of time. Yes, in the nick of time. In the nick of time. Oh, in the nick of time. In the nick of time. You don't care in the nick of time. You don't care.
We'll fade it up.
I forgot to stop.
No, it's good.
Right. Well, you just reminded me of something else that I can speak about. I went to Berklee College of Music. That's where I graduated from in Boston. And we had all kinds of opportunities to share our songs with famous people. One that I had shared my song with was with Janice Ian. Remember her?
Oh, I love Janice Ian.
She did kind of the
17.
same. That was back, in 1989, But she basically said the same thing. There was some pitch problems, some arrangement things, and I was just devastated. I was a young kid, all upset. But, you learn from those experiences.
Yeah, you do.
But, yeah, Phil Collins handed me my diploma. That was kind of
wow.
Cool. Yeah.
I've never gotten a diploma from Phil Collins or anybody else.
That was and I never forget what he said. He goes, "Congratulations, madame." I was like, did he say that to you? I was asking everybody. So, yeah. I've been very fortunate to go to one of the best music colleges in the country.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And there I studied film scoring, which is composing music for movies. And it was very mathematical back then, although today is probably more computer oriented. Back then you had to count, the bars and all that, and I was not mathematical. So I used what I could from the school as far as songwriting, but I really never got too much into the film scoring end of
Okay.
it. But I loved it. What a great school.
Oh, I bet it was a wonderful experience.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this is a cut too. Next, Pedestal, Words and Music by Lauren Glick.
Well, I hate the way the cops sped through today, when they're not chasing anybody per se, and they think they're over my head, but they really cannot see their endangered little powers are just temporary. Was a girl in her 30s shoveling snow. She was thinking which way her life would go. She had no money and no family, 'cause she always would say no. She was scared of the repercussions if she said so. In a world where there's so much thunder, lightning so minute, let's take another minute to think if your foot was in the other boot. I spent a day around you, and you're cool, it's not that cool. Let's take a minute to hide your pedestal. I was at an all-day auction last week. I was bidding on my baby's fantasy, and they said I did not win it. It fell under me. He was using all his powers to steal my soul from me. In a world where there's so much thunder, the lightning so minute, let's take another minute to think of your foot was in the other boot. I spent a day around you, and you're cool, it's not that cool. Let's take a minute to hide. In a world where there's so much thunder, the lightning's so minute, let's take another minute to think of your foot was in the other boot. I spent a day around you, and you're cool, it's not that cool. Let's take a minute to hide your pedestal. And they think they're over my head, but they really cannot see their endangered little powers are just temporary.
Hey there, this is Billy Earl back with you, and we'd like to thank our underwriters, the people at Furnace-Town Incorporated, Music in Paradise, Veterans List Incorporated, connecting veteran-owned businesses with everyone, U.S. Kennels Incorporated, saving vets one paw at a time, the Pemberton Coffee House, great coffee, food, friendship, and music, Mike Pullen for Congress, Pullen for .us, Kirkland Hall for Delegate 38A, a man for everybody. Pac 14, home of extraordinary local TV. Clark and Steinhorn, attorneys extraordinaire. Watch and listen to all of this on the very best music on YouTube at any time and on any device, 'cause a life without live music just ain't hardly worth it. God bless y'all real good.
I'm just looking for an old